Hello and welcome to Talking Point. Last year, over 2,000 teens between the ages of 10 and 19 got pregnant. The numbers haven't changed much from 2007.
Many teens decided on abortions instead of giving up their babies. In 2006, the number of abortions reached nearly 1,400.
Now, we recently discussed the topic of sex education in schools on Talking Point, and the Education Ministry soon after said it will review the current curriculum and ensure that qualified teachers conduct the courses in schools. Is education enough to reverse the trend of teen abortions? Tonight, we have the Program Director of the Sanctuary House, Noel Tan, who runs a shelter for babies of unwed mothers, and Sarah, who's only 16 but has had 2 abortions, both of them when she was just 13. Welcome to the show.
Can I, Sarah, can you tell us your story? What really happened, that when you were 13 years old, that was about 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago? What really happened? The first case and then the second case?
First case was I was outside, running away from home.
You ran away from home?
Yeah. With a group of friends, we drink, we play, we talk. Then after that, after something happens. Then after a few days later, I went back home.
What is this something that happened?
Sexual relationship happens. A few months later, I feel uncomfortable. Feel back pain, tired, feel sleepy. Then wherever my father told me to go, I said, no, I don't want to go because I'm tired. Then my father suddenly one day asked me a question. Do you come for your pre-menses? I say, haven't. I say, haven't. He say, then I say, he say, I say, haven't. Coming. Then after that, 1 month later passed already. Then he asked me again, your menses come? I say, come already. You never see only. Then after that, when the 3rd month, then I tell him the truth that actually total 3 months didn't come.
So what was your father's reaction?
Then he said, call my mom to walk me for a checkup.
Okay.
At first, my father knew that I get pregnant. He was angry, but he said, never mind, just go for an abortion. Everything will be okay. Then start from a new life again.
So your father advised to it that you go for abortion? Okay.
Because he said, if I keep this baby also, I don't really, if I have to afford to keep this baby, I keep them myself, and I will not abandon them to other parents.
Okay, and what happened the second time? You got pregnant again that same year.
Yeah.
And you had the second abortion about 4 months later. What happened?
Because I was staying in my boyfriend's house for 4 months. 4 months later, we also had same sexual relationships. Then after that, about 4 months later, I went back home. Then after that, 3 months later, I feel the same, feeling the same. Then I go to my boyfriend. Actually, my boyfriend wants this baby, and my boyfriend doesn't work at all. I don't think he can afford this baby.
How old was he?
23. Okay. Then I told him, if you want this baby, you go work. I'll give you 3 months. Then 3 months later, he also didn't go find a job. Then I tell him straight the point. If you really want this baby, you will go find a job within these 3 months. But if he doesn't go and find a job, then I don't think I'm going to keep this baby. Then I say, you agree or not agree, I'll still adopt this baby, wash away this baby.
Okay, so you had a second abortion. So, Noel, is this common that Sarah had her family in a way support and advice and went for the abortion? Is it common for teens who come to see you for help that they would have had multiple abortions already?
It's not uncommon. It happens. It's happened with quite a few of the cases that we've had.
And what's the situation usually that they get pregnant? Is it a lack of knowledge of what sex is about? Is it family guidance? What are the usual circumstances?
I think multiple factors are at play. It's not so much about the sexual education. It really is about the relationship education, about what happens and what the responsibilities are about having sex, and then the thereafters. The other bit, of course, as well, is then parental guidance, parental involvement in a lot of the things that happen. That said, also media, as usual. All of these factors have a part to play in these kinds of things happening.
Noel, you have listened to Sarah's story, right? Where do you think were the fault lines from what that you have heard?
It's hard to say because I mean we don't really know the family dynamics, but I guess part of it is I'm assuming that the sexual relations bit is covered, and you would know a lot about that. I think a lot of times is hindsight is 20/20.
Yes.
And we don't see the result of our actions until much later, and we also have the feeling that, okay, it's not going to happen to us.
Sarah, what happened after you had those 2 abortions? What were the legal things that had to take place?
You have to go for report to cantonment.
To the police?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a sexual relation part of the at the cantonment. If you go inside there for a report, let me see if you report to CID. Yeah, but okay, one thing say told the teens don't play with the law.
Okay. Don't play the why? What happened to you the second time? You said you went to report to CID.
Because the police will tell you if you go for a report, they have the baby's DNA. They will check who's the guy of the baby. Then I heard of that. Then I don't feel like going for a report. Then I went from CID away from 1 year.
You went from home and you went from CID and from home for a year.
No. I went home.
Okay.
I stayed at home for 1 year, but I ran away from the police.
Okay.
Yeah, because my father said if you, I said I don't go for a report. Then he said okay, then you better stay at home. But I ran away from the police 1 year. Then
Eventually, what happened?
after that, I ran away from home.
Okay.
Where do you live now?
My father's house.
You live in your
Yeah. Because temporary, I can't do anything wrong because I stay at Andrew and Grace home. Yeah, I need to behave. Because if within this 6 months I do anything wrong, they can breach me straight away.
When you say behave, what do you mean?
Like good girl stay inside, listen instruction.
Listen to instruction.
Yeah.
Stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't go out. So you have not
Go
been going
out.
out at all?
Go out can go out, but don't do any wrong thing.
Okay, so you had to go to girls' home after you went to the police?
A few days. I went and the police called me and said I'm under warrant arrest. I need to go fight for this policeman. Actually I knowing that I'm almost going in. Then I asked my mom. My mom told me say no, you're not going in. Then actually I also know the feeling I'm going in.
Okay.
Then when I go in, I call my mom. I say, where is she? She says she's outside the police station. Then I tell you straight. I tell my mom the straight point. I say, you're going to lie to me. I know I'm going in. If y'all think that y'all know that I'm going in, y'all can tell me the truth. At least I can accept the point. Don't really like keep saying no, because I'm not a small kid anymore.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Sarah. We're going for a break. When we come back, we'll talk about what are some programs to help teen moms.